just waiting for the first 3 to come in, and then we'll do those free, and the rest will be donations. And all of the information's right there in the chat box, but there's also information in the description in case you need a little bit more information, on how to donate and all of that stuff. So, okay. Exina, you're first. Okay, so we have our first 3 already. Now let's continue. Let's just start with you guys. Welcome. Please like this video, you guys. Just takes a second, and it really does help the channel a lot. Okay. So first of all, we're going to get started with you guys. All right. Okay. I'm great. How are you guys? Thanks for liking this video, you guys. And then also, so we're going to do our first 3, and it's you guys. You guys are the ones here right now. So Exina first, and then Fantasy Lover. I'm glad you're here again. And then Sanch. So we'll start with, oh no, Exina. Okay. Will I be getting a job applied for FedEx? Last night. Okay. Let's see. I don't do yes or no's, you know that, but we're going to do, what we can to see what the outcome of this would be, okay? So, will Exina get this job? She wants to know what the likelihood of her getting this job is. What's the likelihood of her getting this job? What's her work situation looking like in a few days, or the next days, weeks, months, and year? What do we see happening for her? Oops. I think that one is, I think there's a reason. Hi, Trishna. I love that this would come out right now because this one fell in my dog's water bowl, and I feel like it's important. It's saying basically take action. So do not just sit there and wait for something to come about. I mean, you're going to have to take action here. And I like that because I hate when I have to tell people like, okay, 7 of Pentacles, wait. Because to me, waiting, you should never just sit there and wait and do nothing, Okay, Azalea, let's do yours then. But let's do it right after this one, okay? Just since I already started this one, but we'll get right to yours right after that, okay? So, and thank you, by the way. Okay. So we're going to start, yeah. So first of all, take action. Like, don't just sit there and wait. Like, I mean, take action in any way you can. Like, apply to different places. Call in and remind them you've applied. Go in, walk in and remind them you've applied. Like, take action, like, deliberately. Like, do not wait. Do not think about this. Do not, second guess yourself. Like, you need to be taking action at the same time, okay? Hi, Trishna. Aw. I'm glad you're here. Oh, it's 2 a.m. for you? Jesus. It's crazy. That's crazy. I was on here at like 2 a.m. last night, actually, too. Okay, so. Hi, V. Okay, so. Take action. What else does Exina need to know about her job situation in the next coming days, weeks, months, and year? This is taking action without thinking. So it's funny that would come up because to me, usually the 2 of Wands is a card. This one is a card talking about, like you've done a lot of thinking and now it's time to just take action without just, overthinking it. And so it's funny that this one would come out after because it's like then you're not, it's like you need to stop thinking so much, but then you need to not act impulsively. Like don't do something that Like be taking action in ways that are not going to cost you any risk. You know what I mean? Like, be thinking that through. Like, don't be doing anything crazy. Like, you might just think, okay, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna, run up there and just act crazy, like, and like be in their face. I mean, that's not what we're talking about there. We're talking about thinking it through and not doing something crazy or hasty, but doing it now. You know what I mean? Like, doing it now, but thinking it through, but not overthinking to the point where you don't act. So it's time to take action, but don't do anything that's not wise. And also here we have a new beginning, so there could be something new coming in. There could be some kind of new thing that you haven't experienced before that you're going to be welcoming into your life here. You're just ready for something new and different. The sun. So yeah, there's a lot of good energy here. Tell me about the job she applied to last night. What do we need to know about that one in particular? Ooh, okay. Sneaking, hiding. Did you lie on the resume? No. What is this about? Emotional needs need to be met first. I think the job that you applied to last night is probably a bit too emotionally demanding. Like, you aren't ready for it in the way that you think you might be. Somebody might be offering you something, though. So tell me anything we need to know about the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Is there any worry about that? Will she be able to handle it if this is offered to her? Yeah, it looks like you will. Okay, so it might be a little tough. Like, if you do end up getting that job, the one you applied to last night, I feel like it could be tough for you emotionally. Like, you might deal with a lot emotionally. It might be just difficult to get adjust to things, and that could kind of weigh heavily on you. But it seems like somebody is trying to offer you a lending hand, or someone older, so somebody who works there, or a friend maybe offered you the job or referred you or something. But it looks like somebody does try to give you a chance. They want to help you out. But the thing is, it's kind of saying, like, look, you need to get your emotions in check. You need to maybe get a therapist. I mean, whatever you need to do to get right with yourself, because something right now is missing emotionally. And that could lead to you doing things that are kind of, half-assed, or just not putting your full effort into it, kind of trying to take the easy way out, the shortcut way. And that might not be good for this type of job. You need to be there completely and present yourself. Be fully present, and be ready to take on the duties of the job. So, but even if you don't get that one, or that one, proves to be too demanding, it looks like there's other jobs coming in or other work coming in. But if you just got to keep taking action, you just got to keep kind of going toward that goal, because the sun here and the Empress, that's very, that's kind of what we want to see if we're talking about a job or something new. That's like, it's a very good energy. You feel very good in that energy, and it's something new that's coming into your life. So you're allowing it, and it feels good. The sun is shining on you, and you feel like you're in the right place. Okay. So even if you don't get that job last night that you applied for, there's other opportunities coming. But I do see that you probably will. See, take action, opportunities to take action. Don't sit there idle. Don't sit there not doing anything. If you want this to work for you, you got to take action. You have to be kind of constantly doing what you can to make things happen. Okay, don't just sit there and wait for it, because it's not going to happen that way. It's not going to happen if you sit there and wait for it. Let me plug in my microphone too really quick. Almost forgot about that. Can you guys hear me okay? Like, let me know if that's good or if it's not. So yeah, I would just say to keep taking action, keep going toward that goal. Do not stop. Do not just sit there and wait for something to happen, because that's not how it's going to happen, okay? Okay, and then Azalea. Azalea, go ahead and post your question, and I'll get started on yours, okay? Hi, Jano. No problem, Xena. No problem. Whoever's here right now, can you guys go ahead and just like this video really quick, please? What are Christian's Leo's current thoughts about our connection? You said a tower moment would happen, and it did, but we got intimate with each other again, and he acts distant afterwards. Okay. Got it. Well, first of all, let's see the energy of him. Hi, Jano. Yeah, no problem. And so let's see the thanks for donating, Azalea, of course. I want to say that first. Let me not forget. And thanks for whoever's here now. My first 3, and those of you afterwards, of course. So let's see. Hi, Dragon Emperor. Thanks. Aw, cool. So, Christian, he's a Leo. We want to know, he said he loved me and had missed me while getting intimate, so now I'm confused. Okay, what are Christian's exact feelings for her today at this moment? And do those waver? Like, what is his energy towards her? What do we need to know about that? What do we need to know about his energy towards her in general? Like, not just today, but does it switch up? Does it change? I mean, what do we need to know about his energy towards her? Like, why does it change? Okay, it does seem like he wants something stable, like that's the ideal thing. It's not like he's just like a player or something. I don't see that at all. But I do see a fear of abandonment a little bit, and that's not something that's like abnormal to see in people. That makes sense. So he could have this fear of abandonment or fear of rejection. That, obviously you guys can get close to a certain degree and then to a certain level, and then he pulls back because it's like, okay, too close. Like, it's just one of those things that's difficult. But other than that, I do see that he's like striving for some kind of stability, wants to offer it and wants to be with somebody who is stable. Like, the 9 of Pentacles is a very, it's a card of somebody who has their shit together basically, but also is willing to nurture others. So that's like the all around person right there. It's like the masculine independence and also the feminine nurturing side. So that's like the ideal right there. And also the Knight of Pentacles is showing somebody who's willing to offer or can offer some kind of support or stability. The only problem is that he has this, something missing. So there is some kind of emotional, issue, he needs to face or figure out. And it probably has something to do with the abandonment issues. But if he doesn't figure that out, it may be just difficult for you to get any kind of relationship out of him. But I do think that he wants it. It's just he is also fearing it at the same time. You know what I mean? He desires it, but he fears it at the same time. And those fears sometimes can take over and play a bigger role than our desires, So let's see what else comes out here. Sometimes the fear is just too much, and we cannot allow ourselves to actually, let go of those fears in order to, be with somebody and get close to them. Let me switch decks really quick. So he's got this fear of abandonment here. Or fear of getting hurt and being left out in the cold, like being left, being rejected, being on his own after getting close to a person. So he distances himself because, like, we're getting too close now, like I could get hurt, And it's probably not conscious either. It's like not really a conscious thing that people just, I'm going to distance myself. No, it's like they just do it automatically, Because, I mean, if you're that self-aware about it, then you can probably figure out what the issue is. But most people don't know why they distance. They just do, and they don't even realize they're doing it. He probably doesn't even think that's what he's doing right now. Probably thinks you guys were just together last night. So, I mean, or whenever it was. So it's like, you're good, You're on a good, you just don't need to see each other right now, Like, that would be too much. Like, it's just not necessary. You guys you're on a good roll. You're on a good run right now. It's like, why invade each other's space and kind of ruin it? Okay, so is he going to, what do we see down the road? Like, is there anything to worry about, or in regards to this relationship, what it would be like with them together? Like, what does Azalea need to know about Christian that would be helpful for her to understand the situation? And anything we need to be aware of, just in general, in regards to Christian, who's a Leo. What does she need to know about Christian, who is a Leo? What does she need to know about Christian, who is a Leo? What does she need to know about Christian, who is a Leo? What does she need to know about Christian, who is a Leo? What does Azalea need to know about Christian, who's a Leo? Okay, well, that could just be. So yeah, yep, here it is. I would say at the bottom of the deck here, we do see the King of Cups, so that's good. That's a good sign. We see somebody who's a caring person at a distance, though. You know, the King of Cups is at a distance. It's not like the Queen of Cups. It's not all right up in your face and very like smothering, nurturing, and just like there. You know, it's somebody who's at a distance, caring though, generous, supportive, like cares about you. You know. But here, the first card I got was the Seven of Swords, and I kind of freaked out for a second, but really, I don't think that's anything to really freak out about. I think that's just the hiding aspect of his fears, you know, him just kind of hiding, trying to sneak away without having to like really face any emotional issues, which is why this is here too, because something's missing. You know, he's not right with himself emotionally, and a lot of us are like, you know, at that age where it's, you know, we have to face those things or never do, you know, never face them. I mean, we always can later, but it's like a lot of people in their 20s or, you know, 30s even. I mean, any age, but it's like it just, when you're not used to the world and you have to start like facing your problems on your own, it becomes difficult. And I just feel like a lot of people are probably in this energy right now. It's not like a huge deal. It's just for everybody, it's different, but it's just, I feel like it's common. It's not like something crazy that no one experiences. And it's like this, you know, big thing. It's just normal part of life, you know? But I feel like this is him trying to hide from it, take the easy way out, try to take a shortcut and not have to like really deal with it, you know, trying to not get caught having to like face it and talk to you about his feelings about it. Like that's a no for him. He's just like trying to not do all that, you know. It's just harder than that. And this is, I could see why you're kind of not really sure, because the moon's here. The moon comes out and says, yeah, nothing is clear. You don't know where you stand with the person. It's the beginning stages of something stable, but is it? Because it's unclear. You know, it's back and forth. It's wishy-washy. It's hot and cold. You know, it's back and forth. And you just don't really know what tomorrow is going to bring. Like, are we a stable thing or not? Do you feel this way or not? Because you're just not really, like, it's just so back and forth, you know? This, though, is showing that this is the fear, that fear I was talking about. Ready for something bad to happen, ready for something just to happen that, you know, he has to be on guard. He has to have his guard up. He has to be alert. He has to be ready for something to happen so that he can protect himself and not get hurt again. Because see the bandage on his head, which means he's been hurt in the past. It's not paranoia. It's not like he's crazy. He's been hurt. So he thinks, oh shit, something's going to happen. I know it will. And I'm going to be ready for it. So it's hard to break through that shell, and it's hard to really get close to that person because they have this guard up all the time. And again, that's that fear of abandonment. That's that, you know, emotionally just not in a good place, or just not whole emotionally, you know, because we have that cup missing. So somebody's not whole. They're not good on their own, just like with that, you know? They're not like whole and together yet as a person emotionally. And so here, yeah, it's going to screw with the stability of the whole situation. Like the Ten of Pentacles, this person wants stability more than anything, and they're striving for that. But this is going to prevent them from actually being able to get it because they're blocking everything out. They're ready for danger. They're ready for something bad to happen, and they just assume the worst already in order to protect themselves from getting hurt, if that makes sense. So I would say that it's going to be a tough person to kind of penetrate, you know, those walls and get through and try to get close to them. But I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible. It's just that it seems very difficult because obviously they've been hurt in the past. Probably has nothing to do with you, but that's kind of even worse because then that means there's nothing you can really do to change that. It's just kind of how they are. So I would say don't take it personal, but it's going to be a tough one with that guy. You know, it's going to be hard to really get close to that person because of their walls that are already up there. Azalea. Okay. So, thank you. Now we were on Fantasy Lover. Fantasy Lover, can you post your question again, please? And then it will be Sanch after that. Okay. A Pisces has been acting distant all of a sudden after telling me he likes me. Should I go talk to him, and are his feelings genuine? Okay. So tell me about this Pisces person. Have they been distant purposely? Okay, it seems like they're trying to work on their stability. They're just probably busy with priorities. But let's see what else. What do we need to know about this Pisces person here? Are the feelings genuine for Fantasy Lover? Does this Pisces person feel for Fantasy Lover on a genuine level? Are they serious about their connection to Fantasy Lover? Are they serious about their feelings for Fantasy Lover? What do we need to know? Are they serious about their feelings for Fantasy Lover? Let us know what we need to know. Okay. I would say you guys will have the opportunity to communicate. The Ace of Swords is all about opportunity. Aces are opportunities, but Swords is communication, mental energy, exchanging of ideas. So you guys are not talking now, or you feel like they've been distant, and I feel like that's going to change obviously soon. You know, there will be the opportunity for you guys to speak and, you know, for you to say what you need to say, and them as well. I think right now they're focused on basically what's going to keep them most balanced, and that's why this is here, because it's the harmony, you know, overall in their life that they need to kind of keep together, and that's going to have something to do with their priorities. You know, they're coming out as the Queen of Pentacles, which is a very structured person, you know, a person who has their shit together, mature, basically. Thank you. Like, they have to have their shit together because they have certain priorities that they can't really like not take care of, or shit will be out of whack for them. Like, they have to make sure that's taken care of. So they could just be focused on that. And also there is something though that they are having a hard time letting go of, and they could have many ways of approaching this, or many different options here. And I don't mean people necessarily. I just think that there's a there's something that they're having a hard time letting go of from the past. They want to let go of it, but they can't. So what is this regarding? Maybe their expectations on it are a bit unrealistic, or their expectations on themselves are a bit unrealistic. In regards to this thing, what is the Page of Swords doing here? And you also could get a message from them, but it would be kind of something that's unrealistic. Like maybe it's just something that you don't really believe, Like you're just like, it sounds too good to be true. Are they saying this to other people? What do we need to know about the Page of Swords here? Yeah, somebody was left or abandoned in the past. Somebody was left out in the cold and kind of left in the dust, and so they're kind of trying to approach the situation differently this time, but they have a lot of different ways they can approach it. Is this Seven of Cups talking about different people that they have options with, or something else? Okay. So there's different options in regards to them giving, or them, getting lent a hand. It's by somebody older, like a parent, not a parent, but an adult to a child energy. Support emotionally. They can't let go of their indecision. So there is hope for stability for them. Like I feel like they are trying to find more stability in their life. The Ace of Pentacles is a great thing to get. That means you're going to have the opportunity for stability and the opportunity for you to reach your goals and kind of meet all your needs that are having anything to do with like security and stability. And the Star card here, that's Aquarius, but it's also representative of hope, faith, good energy there, good omen to the situation. And then the Four of Pentacles, of course, is all about security too. He's hanging on to his money. He's trying to build a foundation. He's being very frugal right now. And I think, there's a lot of different options for this person. It could be other people, but I really don't see it as that. It more kind of seems like this is something that they can't let go of from the past, and it has something to do with them being left out in the cold. So they're trying to make sure that they have their own back, or cover their own back, and make sure. So it could be a bit of, not wanting to get close because of that abandonment. There could have been something where they're just not sure how to like be in a relationship anymore. They're not sure how to like just allow that. But they're trying to make sure they have their own back too, which is a good thing. You shouldn't try to get them to like not do that. I mean, that's a good idea for everybody to do. But it seems like they're focused on like making sure that they are secure no matter what, who they're with, if they get left again or what. They want to make sure that they're still in a good place. So just give them a little bit of time here. Should she reach out to them, or will they reach out to her? Said you guys will have the opportunity to communicate, right? So strength. Leo, also just hang in there. I don't think they're going anywhere. It's just they need a little bit of time and space to kind of figure out what they're doing. They're focused on other things right now. They're focused on their priorities right now. Very quickly. Yeah. So cool. So basically, very quickly, the Knight of Swords comes out here to say, like, very quickly, abruptly, without you really being able to see it coming or do anything to prevent it or do anything to like guide it towards that direction, because it's something that's so just kind of out of the blue, like, whoa, okay, forceful, like it's just going to happen and be on your doorstep kind of thing. Like you couldn't see it coming, really. It just kind of happens. And that's in regards to the Ace of Swords again. So I feel like, yeah, the communication will happen soon, and they're just going to appear. So I wouldn't really worry about, having to reach out to them. It seems like they're going to be reaching out to you randomly, just without you expecting it. So, it says be strong, hang on to your strengths, and just know that they will communicate. They will come through. I think all you have to really do is kind of just chill out for a little bit and let them. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't say anything about them not liking you. It's just basically right now they are focused on their stability overall. and focused on what they need to feel secure. And that doesn't really involve another person. That involves what they need personally for themselves. And so I would let them do that, because that's a good place to be. You want a person who's secure within themselves. You don't want a person who's like not secure within themselves and who needs you to be okay. Like, you don't want that. So I think it has nothing to do with like them not liking you. They definitely have feelings. I mean, I don't think they lied about that at all or weren't genuine. It's just right now they have other things that they are focused on. And I think you should just let them do that. That's a good thing, for them to be focused on. And they will come back around. Okay. Karma. Oh, Soli. Hi. Yes, I do see that. Thank you. Go ahead and post your questions, love. Sanch, we'll get to yours after this, okay? I'm going to do the donations first. So go ahead and post your question whenever you're ready. No worries, fantasy lover. Just hang in there. They're going to come around. At least that's what we see here. And out of the blue, without you even really realizing that would happen, they're just going to be there, You're going to be like, oh, hi, I wasn't ready for this. I would let them just have that little bit of time. How does my ex Philip currently feel about me? How does the ex Philip feel about Soli at this moment in time? They're mainly blaming you for something. I feel like it either has something to do with valuables, property, money, material items, your status. They're working hard on being independent, and they see you doing the same thing. They want you to take responsibility for the either there was betrayal, like they're being very defensive. I feel like even if they're not actually, because the Seven of Wands is not necessarily that they're physically being defensive and like showing you like physically like trying to threaten you or anything, but it could be that that's how they're feeling about the situation, like defensiveness, working very hard at becoming independent and trying not to care, trying not to give a fuck, trying to do their own thing, but also blaming you for something, blaming you for their fears or their defensiveness now. They're being defensive about whatever happened. He left me for somebody else. Yeah, and blaming you for it. It's not cool. Blaming you for why he couldn't begin something. Aquarius is coming out. The court cards we have here are King of Pentacles, so that's King of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then we have Queen of Fire, Queen of Swords, which is air. So we have air, fire, earth, And we have a young Earth and an Aquarius. That's air. Okay. I think they're semi-happy right now. That's what they hope to be. That's what they are trying to go towards. How do they feel about this person? How do they feel about... Sully. They feel like they were abandoned. So it's funny because, like I said, they're trying to blame you. And it looks like they feel like they were left out in the cold. Like maybe they feel like in your guys' relationship or whatever, they were left out way long ago, you know, instead of like them leaving you, they're kind of blaming you and putting it on you. Like you left a long time ago. So I just left now for good, you know, but you left a long time ago, or you kind of made this happen. Because it seems like they're sitting here for a long time. Yeah, closed off. Very closed off. But they feel like, you know, for a long time, this has been a long time coming. Because you know, kind of abandoned them in the relationship. And even if you don't feel like that's the case, it's like that's what the stance they're taking is, that like this has been a long time coming because you've been closed off for a long time. You haven't given them what they needed or what they wanted or what they, you know, like you weren't enough or something. But that's not, hopefully you don't take that to heart, because that's just kind of a selfish thing to say. But I mean, that's the stance they're taking, is kind of blaming you for it. Like maybe is to not feel so much guilt, you know, for leaving a person. Like maybe that's the stance they're taking for that reason. Because it's just easier to like say, well, there's a reason behind why I did something so shitty. And that's because you did something shitty. I'm not saying you did do something shitty. I'm just saying that's the stance they're taking on it. So it's immature the way that they're dealing with that, you know? They're blaming you for it. Kind of putting it on you. Like as to why that would be a valid reason to leave somebody like that. Okay, and what's the second one? So they're being petty. For sure. Like, that's petty right there. And it's like, man up. Like, you know, you did something fucked up and I'm hurt and now you're going to blame me for it. Like, that happens a lot, though. I mean, people just can't face their shit sometimes. People just don't know how to be like, look, I'm sorry I hurt you. They're like, no, well, there's a reason I hurt you. It's because you hurt me. You know? It's like, really? Because I don't remember that. I remember hurting you. Is he glad I'm not in his life anymore? That's sad. Is he glad I'm not in his life anymore? Ooh. So, okay. It's interesting because I would say at first, like, yes, but the thing about it is, like, I feel like this kind of is representative of karma, because judgment is here at the end. It's like he's going to be judged for this, and there is heartbreak here too. So either he's going to get his heart broken from the person he's with, or he's going to... Sorry about that. Okay, out. Out. It's okay. Stop it. Out. 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 There's cats in the backyard that are going off. So, he's going to get his heart broken too from this, because right now I do see that there's harmony trying to be created. Also, Sagittarius is coming out, but if that means anything, but and he's like offering, or he's trying to be of support to somebody, but they're going to end up hurting him in return. Like, it's not going to be what he thinks it's going to be, and like his stability is going to be all fucked, and like he's going to be judged for it. Like, I think that this has a lot to do with your guys' relationship. As of right now though, I think he does feel a little bit better without you in his life, and feels like this is going to be better for him, but he's not really right about that. I mean, it's not going to lead to something what he thinks it's going to lead to, and I'm sorry to have to say that, but to the relationship that I tried really hard to fix somebody, yes, his revenge was to join me and break my heart. Well, it's not going to go unnoticed in the karmic world. This is something that he's going to have to pay for too. And I feel like the same thing is going to happen to him. Like, this person he's with now is not going to play out right. It's going to hurt him, Yeah. Yeah, but I don't see him getting off on this. It looks like this is karma to me. Like, it looks like this is something where he's going to get what he gave back. And feeling stuck because of it. Too many options for him to go through and go down in regards to his stability. So he might make a wrong decision too, because he's focused on something that's unrealistic. Like, when he feels trapped in that situation, he's going to end up doing something that's not going to be helpful towards his stability, and that's why he's not going to be able to have stability. Like, there's too many options, and the ones he chooses are unrealistic. Like, either going for a person who really doesn't have your best interest at heart, or really isn't there for you in the long term. It seems like he's going to be going towards whatever feels the best, and whatever feels the best is not necessarily the most tangible or the most the best idea, because it's not going to work out. It's unrealistic. And this is karma too, justice. Yeah. It's supposed to be this way, because he's going to get what he deserves, basically, even more so. And that's how you balance it out in the karmic world. That's how you balance it back out, because he's going to be ending up getting the same treatment, if not worse. He's going to be in the spot you're in and feeling it. And I don't know if that means he's going to realize that you felt it. It just means that he's not going to go and just do that to somebody and not feel it himself. Like, it seems like this is going to happen to him. It's all going to fall apart, and he's not realizing that. Like, it's unrealistic what he thinks he's going after right now. And it's not going to actually follow through. Like, I feel like the person he's with, it's not going to be a long-term thing. And they're probably going to end up hurting him in a similar way. Leaving him for someone else, All you need to know is justice will be served. Like, it's not gonna go unnoticed what he's doing in the karmic world. It looks like it's already set in stone that basically this person he's with now, it's not gonna work out. And he's probably gonna end up hurt because of it. And thinks it's the better thing now, but it's kind of unrealistic the way he's going about it. And there's a lot of options, but he's just taking the unrealistic option because it feels the best. And I don't think that, I think it's going to probably end up the same as you, as it felt for you, I mean. Or similar, you know. Like, you can't really just do that to a person and then expect it not to come back on you. And that's what we're seeing with the Judgment card there. And the Justice card. But I am sorry about that. That sucks. I mean, it doesn't make it any better, I know, to know that they're going to be getting the same thing in return, but just know that it's not all that it's cracked up to be right now. The situation he's in now, he's thinking it is, but I don't think they're serious about it like he wants them to be, or like he believes they are, you know? He met his match, you know? Hi, you guys. They live together, so it seems he's much happier, right? And that would make sense for right now. You know, it seems like it's the better option. It seems like it's the thing that's going to bring him harmony, but Three of Swords is there. He's going to end up getting hurt. And he does not realize that. But right now, he does think that. Yeah, I definitely see that. He does think right now that it's the better option. He does think right now that it's going to end up being something great and that it's, you know, restoring harmony in his life. But I don't think the person he's with feels the same way. I don't think it's going to last. And I think that they're going to end up getting hurt from it. Kind of like they hurt you. You know, Judgment. Not using that. He's not seeing that he can't just do that and then have happiness. Like, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. But right now, yeah, that's what he's assuming, that it's better. But thank you, Sully. I'm sorry about that. It's rough. See someone with somebody else like that. Okay, Sanj, thank you. Next 7 days. General reading here. Next 7 days, general reading for Sanj. What are the next 7 days looking like for Sanj? What are the next 7 days looking like for Sanj? What are the next 7 days looking like for Sanj? What are the next 7 days looking like for Sanj? Not able to speak your voice for some reason. You need to get yourself emotionally in check because you're not feeling at your best right now. You're feeling like something's missing. You need to take action and face your situation. So the next 7 days, it's kind of asking you to self-care, self-heal, and also go through the motions that you're feeling. Like, do not avoid how you feel. That's not going to help in the situation. Like, you feel like you can't really speak your voice. So while you're in that state of mind, you might as well go through how you're really feeling on the inside. And it's saying take action, but take action toward your healing, you know, because this is about you being up at night, kind of feeling the feels and really going through it. And so it's saying take action. Like, you're feeling like empty. You feel like something's missing here. So you need to take action and feel that shit. Do not avoid it. Try to face it. You know, you feel like you can't speak anyway. You feel like you cannot really say what's on your mind anyway. and that your contribution doesn't mean anything, which isn't true, but that's how you're feeling. And why don't you take advantage of that and try to actually focus on yourself then, and what you can do for yourself to make things better and make yourself feel more whole instead of feeling empty, like something's missing. The problem with the Eight of Cups is that when we feel empty or like something's missing here, this cup is missing, a lot of times as humans, what we do is we try to look outside of ourselves to fill that void or to fill that empty space, and with other people, with things, and it doesn't work, So since you're already feeling like you're not being heard or that you can't speak your voice around others, maybe you should take this opportunity to kind of hermit mode it. That'd be perfect if Hermit was here. To, be on your own and take action toward your mental health and your healing. Yeah, it's good for you to focus on yourself. Okay. It's saying hold back on that love interest because you want to offer your love to somebody again, or this cup here. It's not the beginning stages. I would say it's somebody you already have been with or know. It's a knight. It's not like a page. It's not the beginning stages. So it's saying hold back though. Like, don't offer that cup yet. Be with friends. Be with people that care about you, that care about you, that you can open up with. Like, who have your best interests at heart in an obvious way. If it's not obvious, do not be around these people. If it's not obvious the person has your best interest at heart, don't be around people like that. And hold back on offering your love and your affection to someone. Yeah, your friends are there to give to you what you don't have. It's going to be important for you to connect with friends right now, too. Like, when you don't feel like your voice is heard, what I'm saying is don't be around people like that at all. Like, when it's saying, like, like, hold back, and it's saying the Two of Swords. This Two of Swords here is, like, when you feel like that, those are not the people you should be around. And the Three of Cups is here to say these people are there for you. They're there. There's people out there for you to reach out to, and you just need to reach out to them. And that's part of your self-care too. I think that's part of your self-care too. So this week is all about staying with yourself and your good friends and figuring out what it is you need to do next, But just feel that shit. Like, don't avoid it. It's not going to help you to avoid it. Yep. Rest period. See? Healing. And manifesting. So you can do whatever you want with this time. It's a really important time that you should try to embrace, because you can learn a lot about yourself and what you're really after. And then you can kind of go towards that with a clearer mind, But definitely healing needs to happen these next 7 days. I don't think you should go towards the person you broke up with. I think you should give that at least a little bit of time. And this week, the next 7 days, you need to focus on you and how to heal and how to be okay without them, And then after that, you can decide what you want to do. I mean, you can do anything you want now. I'm just saying that that's what the card seems to be advising, is that you focus on you and focus on people who really care about you in a wholehearted way. And that will help you to kind of, fill that gap or fill that space that's missing, and not with somebody who's toxic for you, With only good energy and support. Yeah, so in the future here, we see you looking back, feeling like you did the right thing for your stability, and like you have more stability now and you have more opportunities for stability. We see the Ace of Pentacles again. This is like you'll have the opportunity to feel secure and like you have your shit together. And I say the future because this guy is looking at the past. He's proud of himself and everything that he's created, but he wants to or he's happy about it. But the Ace of Pentacles tells me that there's more opportunities there that you haven't reached yet, and that's going to be something that you're going to be going after during that time. But you're going to be thinking about how like you tried your best and how you did everything you could to make things better in the situation in the past. So it's headed toward you being proud of yourself and thinking about all the things you've done to create what has been created, and you're happy about it. And you'll have more opportunities to find that stability with that Ace of Pentacles there. Nice. So self-healing this month, this week. Self-healing and your mental health, emotional health. I feel like that's a normal part of the process, Sanj, and so just try to stick it out and not communicate with the person. It's saying gather more information first and hold back, okay? Don't go for it yet. I think you should give it a little bit of time here and focus on you. And everyone hates to hear that when they're going through a breakup, like focus on yourself. But it's so true. It's really great advice, actually. You know, it's the better thing to do than to fixate on another person. Even though it feels good to do it, it still also doesn't, you know? Okay, give me a second, you guys.